So I'm Matthijs, I'm one of the lead trainers here at Xccelerated, and we're going to discuss the cloud program for a bit now. We think cloud is one of the biggest transformations that are going to face any company doing something with IT over the next decade. And we want our accelerators to be leading that change at our clients. So our cloud program consists of a few different parts. We always start with a 1-month bootcamp. That's the same throughout our different programs. And in this bootcamp, we're going to teach you everything you need to make impact at your client. In the case of a cloud program, that consists of a week of software engineering skills, because every cloud engineer needs to know how to write proper software. Then the second week consists mostly of containers and everything surrounding containers and making sure you're able to deploy containerized applications at a large scale at your client. So we work a lot with Docker and Kubernetes, as that seems to be the de facto standard nowadays and everyone's converging to these technologies. With this change to the cloud, you see that people are starting to treat their infrastructure differently. We don't care as much about a single server anymore, we just care that the entire thing runs smoothly. So part of it is teaching people to let go of this keeping your server alive concept and just making sure that if it fails, something else will be able to take over. So we're going to teach a lot of concepts around, for example, infrastructure as code, that you can rebuild your infrastructure based on what you defined earlier without having to go through all kinds of menus or actually provisioning hardware yourself. It's definitely a new style of engineering, and that's what also makes it a lot of fun. In order to be efficient as a cloud engineer, you do need to know a lot about networking, about how operating systems work, how databases work, how we can make databases replicate over different zones, over different regions, or over the entire world even. Cloud was often seen as this thing that's going to make everything cheaper. That's not necessarily always the case if you're not using the cloud as it should be used. If you just over-provision everything without taking into account scaling up whenever a peak of traffic hits, you're gonna pay way too much and not get those cost benefits. The background of our accelerators in the cloud engineering program are mostly software engineers who want to learn more about this large scale of computing that we do in the cloud. So the ideal candidate for this cloud engineering program is someone who has a relevant education like computer science or informatics and has 1 to 3 years of experience in this domain. If you want to take your software engineering skills and make them future-proof by adding a lot of cloud experience to it, this accelerated program is definitely a very good step to go that direction.